No, you guys, you got a hypercar that runs off a volcano. Okay, I'm just gonna put it that way.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Take a look at this, what the door does. Look at this door. Come over here. This is the new Koenigsegg Gemera, and take a look at how massive this door is. It gives you access to the front seats and also the rear seats. So it's not like you need to push the front seat down in order to get in. It just opens up. This is such an incredible car, you guys. Okay, this is the world's first four-seater hypercar. And not only does it have 4 seats, it's one of the most powerful hypercars ever made. How powerful? 1,700 horsepower. 1,700! You guys, like, I can't even fathom that much horsepower. This is ridiculous, this car. Okay, let's open up the other door. Welcome to the Supercar Blondie channel, you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, go click that button right now. Make sure to turn on the notifications as well so you are the first to see these incredible cars. Massive thank you to Koenigsegg for having us here today. All right, let me take you around this car in a little bit more detail. Here's the key. Okay, take a look at this baby. That's what the owner gets a hold of. You can open everything from the key, even the trunk and the front of the car. The frunk and the trunk. So here's the frunk. Look, in the front, you can actually fit 1 full-sized carry-on bag. It's actually a douche bag. They have collabed with John Olsen's brand, douche bags. That's kind of cool. So you can get a believe how much space there is. Take a look at this. 3 full-size carry-on bags. Look how deep that is. Look how deep that space is. That is, look, to go all the way down. There is no hypercar in the world with that much space. A 4-seater with room for 4 full-size carry-on suitcases. I've never seen this before in my life. This is actually feels almost not real. How do they get that much space in a hypercar? Let's talk about what it's powered by. You can actually see the engine here. You might think, oh look, 3 cylinders, where's the rest of it? It is actually a 2-litre twin turbocharged 3-cylinder engine, and then you've also got 3 electric motors. There is a whole bunch of stuff happening with this car. So you've got 2 electric motors here, so one powering this wheel here, one powering this wheel here, and then you've got another electric motor just here. You can't see it, it's around this position here. And so you've got electric motors, you've got turbos, and you've got a 3-cylinder engine that actually sounds incredible. Look at this. The exhaust pipes are actually coming out here on the top. That's really cool. And you've got like this Akrapovic exhaust system. We're going to talk to Kristian about why they didn't just make it a fully electric car. 1,700 horsepower. The most powerful hypercars coming out now on the market are fully electric. So I'm going to ask him why he did that, and actually he's got a really, really good explanation for why that is. Partly because he still wanted to have an amazing sound. You know, we all love that beastly sound. That was the car turning on outside. What I love about what Kristian does is there's always some innovation. He doesn't just whack like a V8 in it and go, boom, there you go, there's a Koenigsegg. No, there is so much happening here that has never happened all together in a car before. Right, let's check it out on the interior. Come around here. Look at how much room you've got. This is crazy, right? So 4 seats, you may think, oh no, this is gonna be a squeeze. It's not. Oh my God. Okay, I have to lie down flat like this to reach my feet all the way to the end of the cabin here. So you could actually fit more luggage down there and never even know about it. You wouldn't even touch it with your feet. And just look how modern and massive this entertainment screen is here in the front. I'm just gonna move the seat forward. So here it's on seat settings. Here we go, this one. See, look, you've still got a lot of space here for the front passenger, and now, look at this. That's unbelievable. You can fit 4 full-size adults in this car, in this Hypercar. Look at what you've got in the back here as well, this massive entertainment screen, as well in the back. You've got 8 cup holders. Why? Because each passenger here gets a cup holder for warm drinks and cold drinks. So it's got memory foam seats, so it molds to your body. And it's actually really comfy. Like, I want to say that, no, it's squishy and like a 4-seater hypercar doesn't work, but it does. It's really incredible what they've done here. And look, in the back, you've even got little armrests. These are their little emergency hammers, so you can take them out and you can smash your way through the glass if you need to get out. You've also got wireless charging for your phone. You just put it here. This car comes with internet, right? So when you buy it, it comes with a SIM and you get unlimited internet in the car. So you can just surf around on this infotainment screen in the front and also in the back. All right, take a look at this camera here. In countries where this is allowed, this would stay as is, but if it's not yet allowed in the country where you live, they will just provide you with like a little attachable side view mirror. So that will just easily attach on there. So then when your country legalizes something like this, you can just easily reattach this side view camera instead of having the mirror. Look how this window is separated here. That is because only this portion of the window comes down. And that is because if you had this whole portion of the window coming down into the door here, you wouldn't have as much room for this massive air intake. Come join me. Wow, imagine, just imagine. This is the side view mirror that we were just pointing to. Look at this nice big screen. And do you know what I really like about this is, we're so used to looking this way to check what is happening in our side view mirror. They've placed it exactly in that position, so you don't have to relearn where to look. You know, a lot of other cars where they're doing this, they place these screens up here or here, so you have to relearn to look over here. But over here, you can just look and it comes naturally. So imagine this, 1700 horsepower in your hands. Guys, 0 to 100 in 1.9 seconds. That is madness. The range, get this, 1,000 kilometers. That's like a range that we've not even heard about yet. Now the cool thing is that you can drive up to 300 kilometers an hour in fully electric mode. You would never even use that. Like, in what world do you drive 300 kilometers an hour? So you can literally just be driving this around in full electric mode up to 50 kilometers, right? That's the range in full electric mode. And then after that, the engine kicks in and the full range then is extended to 1,000 kilometers. There's a little start-stop button up here. They're actually going to play with the size of that. That might become bigger in the final version of this car, just to make it a little bit more pronounced. And then you've got this cool screen here that actually moves. See that display as you move the steering wheel. It moves with your view. So you always got the speed the right way up. They want this really drivable. So you can actually raise the car and lower it. So you can make sure that you can get over speed bumps without scraping the front of the car.
A bit tricky.
Wow, there you go. Oh, hey! Look at that, guys. A levitating camera. Hey guys, this is Kristian Von Koenigsegg. He is the founder and CEO of Koenigsegg. Actually, I want to sit in the back of the car with you because for the first time ever, we can sit in the back of a Koenigsegg.
Absolutely.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's swap it over. Here we go. Look look at this, guys. So we're talking about a 4-seater hypercar, and look how comfortable we both are here.
It's not bad, is it?
It's not bad at all. I mean, you're quite a tall guy.
I'm 1 meter 84 centimeters.
And you're quite comfy, right? I mean, your legs aren't even touching the front seat,
I
really.
have plenty of space, I have support under my legs. I have 2 cup holders, one hot, one cold.
This is important. And I was talking about the armrests here as well. Like little details like that just make you a lot more comfortable in the
Reading
back.
light.
Oh, reading lights.
Yeah. Isofix for your child seats.
Imagine as a child growing up and being driven around in a Koenigsegg. What? That's madness. Why a 4-seater?
So, I had this dream from around 2003. We had our first son, my wife and I, in 2001.
Right.
And then, of course, we probably had more kids. We thought in 2006 we had our second son.
Right. And most people at that point have to sell their hypercar and buy a minivan.
So
and everything goes downhill. Yeah,
exactly. So I was thinking, how can I create something that has everything of the cars we're making today, but make it enjoyable for 4 persons and without diluting it. It needs to look like, it needs to be a mid-engine sports car. I personally just are in love with the mid-engine idea.
Yeah.
And from the outside, there should be no giveaway, there should be no compromise. It should just be that, oh, there is a 2-seater hypercar coming.
Right.
But when you open the doors, 4 grown-ups walk out of the car. For some reason, no one had ever done it.
Major reasons why you didn't make it a fully electric car are you still wanted the sound, which is massive. Still today, right? We do want the sound.
It.
We all
in
do.
a sports car.
We're going to miss it in future. We have to be honest, right? So you get the sound, and you also get the weight saving because you don't have as many batteries on board, right?
I mean, in the future, the batteries most likely the cells becomes lighter and smaller, more efficient.
Right.
But the cells today, if you want a range, it's just bulky and heavy.
Yeah.
And then if you get the power with the range, you're still in a heavy car.
Right.
So there is a bit of a compromise going on there still.
This is a first. When you think of hypercars that are coming out onto the market over the next few years that have this kind of power, 1,700, 2,000 horsepower, actually all of them are fully electric.
Right.
So this is the only one that incorporates both electric motors and a engine. But this is a 3-cylinder engine.
Yeah, so that's like, ooh, what's that? It's going to sound horrible and so. But it's actually 3 very big cylinders.
Right.
So they're actually bigger than in our V8. So per explosion, or whatever you should say, it's a deep guttural sound.
Right.
Most 3 cylinders are like 1 liters. And then of course we have huge valves. We have splayed valves like in a Formula 1 engine. It's dry sumped. We have an Akrapovic titanium exhaust system. So it is the most exciting sounding 3-cylinder you can imagine.
What I think is also really, really cool is that this engine can run on completely renewable fuel sources.
That's it. So it's designed to run on 100% alcohols like methanol or ethanol. It's not so easy to come by unless you live in Brazil.
That's the thing. Like when you pull up to a station, I mean, sometimes you can get the E85, right? That's kind of common.
And that's pretty good already.
So you can put E85 into this.
Absolutely.
You can put normal petrol.
You can if you have to.
Okay.
Yes.
But ideally, you would get a hold of what this is called second generation ethanol. So it's completely renewable.
There's a very cool one, for example, from Iceland. They call it Volcano. They extract it from volcanoes.
Really?
It's completely CO2 neutral.
Wow.
And you can run on Volcano.
What? From a volcano, you guys. You got a hypercar that runs off a volcano. Okay, I'm just going to put it that way.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
And I mean, in the short term, you could buy some barrels from them and have at home. But there are also this kind of solar fuels coming up now, where they have gene-manipulated algae, and they're kind of running through solar panels with water, and out comes methanol and ethanol. And you could do that at home if you're allowed. So you could have your home brewing fuel station and be completely CO2 neutral.
That is mad.
And it's like an electric car. I mean, you can find electricity and from a coal plant, that wouldn't be so good.
Right.
That happens. So unfortunately, it is not super accessible yet, but we're kind of showing the way what is possible.
So in future, when we do get access to all of these completely renewable fuel sources, and the electricity comes from completely renewable sources, then you have a completely carbon neutral car.
That's it.
You and Greta are besties, are you?
I mean, I think she's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Amazing girl. I do think her opinion is that cars of any kind is probably
probably bad, yeah.
beyond what anyone should do, but at least we're trying from our perspective.
But you are proving that we don't have to get rid of cars in future. Right. We can just adapt to what the world needs and get our energy from different renewable sources, and we don't have to say goodbye to cars that are hugely powerful.
Right. I mean, absolutely not. In many countries and so on, where you have, like in China, where you have air pollution, it actually cleans the air. Because you burn up the particles and in the catalytic converters and the combustion and the particle filters, so you have less particles coming out of the exhaust than coming in. So it's kind of an air cleaner in a way.
You've just sold all the cars, I think. That is madness. I mean, when you put it like that, you are buying a hypercar that actually cleans the air.
It sounds a bit crazy, but
this is crazy.
Of course, if you're living in a Swiss Alps, it's super clean.
Yeah,
we will not
then
clean
no.
the air.
But otherwise, yes. Yeah. How much cash do I need to hand over to get one of these babies?
So I think the easiest number, it kind of starts at $1.7 million.
Okay.
For a four-seater, it's unheard of.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah.
But if you think of it like one of the world's most extreme mega cars, and you get 2 more extra seats, which is actually the case here rather than anything else,
right,
then it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christian, you said that's awesome! Family trip in a Koenigsegg.
Who would have thought?
Look at this!
I close the door.
Okay.
Wow! Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a quick thumbs up, subscribe to the Supercar Blondie family if you haven't yet. Massive thank you to Koenigsegg and to Christian for joining us today. And congratulations for this incredible car. This is the new Koenigsegg Gemera. All right, guys, love you guys. I think we're out. See ya.